What up, Dokkanners? The Android 21 Dokkan Festival announcement just dropped on the JP side of the game. I don't think a lot of people were expecting this. I definitely was not. And one day, I guess one day, my Zarbon prediction, my King Vegeta prediction will come true. But today is not that day. But you know what? Rejoice, Android 21 fans. This is a big deal because it's been over 2 years, actually pretty much 2 years to the dot, since we had an Android 21 related thing take place in Dokkan. So we're just going to be talking about what this means for the celebration in terms of EZAs. We're going to discuss leader skills, speculate leader skills, and otherwise just kind of hype everyone up for the next Dokkan Fest. This is going to be the next Dokkan Festival that JP jumps into, while Globals is likely going to be Trunks. It is interesting, though, that this is going to be dropping after the Heroes celebration. Well, not after. It's going to be still happening. This is the global timeline, so JP players don't mind this. But what's interesting here is that Heroes will still persist, because if we look at the scheduling, right, the last Dokkan Festival that JP had ended on the 22nd in terms of login. That was the Gohan Piccolo. And then for the next couple of days, they basically just had Heroes to rely on. So now, once this new Dokkan Festival drops, that will go back to kind of being the primary celebration, while the Heroes celebration is the secondary one, the parallel one. So while this happens, since this is a crossover unit, we could potentially see some crossover, I guess, I don't know, maybe some fanfare reigniting in the Dragon Ball Heroes side. We'll have to wait and see what the abilities are. By the way, for those of you who may or may not know, Android 21 is from Dragon Ball FighterZ. That is her point of origin. She was recently canonized as the wife of Dr. Gero and mother of Dr. Evo, I don't know how you say that, who is obviously looking like Android 16. So there's a little bit of history there. Might want to look into it. So now let's talk about what the potential leader skill could be. So let me pull up mine here. I have my list of predictions. I think that she's going to be a physical Dokkan Festival unit. I think that they're not going to be going with any sort of superhero stuff. This is just going to be strictly like the same STR Dokkan Festival 21 that we had a few years ago. It's going to be basically that one. So this is my prediction. Androids, power absorption, key plus 3 stats, 170%. Transformation boost stats plus 30. Let me know in the comments what your predictions are. Mine will probably be wrong, but I feel like this is actually a pretty good combination. The reason why I think this is because androids and transformation boost is essentially Cell, like all the androids, or like the, well, no, basically Cell. And then power absorption and transformation boost is basically Boo. And if you look at Android 21, she's a little bit of both, right? She's very pink like the Majins, and she even has the Majin power link here somewhere. Where'd it go? She had it. Could have sworn she had it. There it is. Not Link, sorry, category. I meant category and I looked in links, but she's got the Majin power category, and then these little liver spots, those aren't liver spots, that's actually Cell. That's she ate Cell. So yeah, I feel like that's kind of a nice way to pay homage to kind of what she is or how she is. So let me know in the comments what you guys think it could be. There might even end up being more leader skills now. We're starting to get to the point where we've got like triple primary leads, double secondary leads, or maybe even triple secondary leads. Like Gamma Dos, for example, I think has like 6 total leader skills involved in there. I don't know. So that is my guess, and we'll see if I'm right. In the next couple of days, we'll find out. Since this is the Dokkan event teaser, we should have, like, you know, Twitter animations. We should have info dump. So all that stuff, when we get the information, I will let you guys know as soon as possible. And now let's talk about EZAs. Because EZAs, we now go back into the androids category. The androids category is chock full of units that could desperately use EZAs. And what's interesting is that we already have 2 EZAs that are kind of on the docket for already receiving them. Like these 2 units right here, the Future 17 and Future 18, their sticker assets are still in the game. I think JP Dokkan only, they got this some time ago, and it led a lot of people, myself included, to speculate as to what the Worldwide Download Part 2 was going to be. That's how long it's been there. Worldwide Download Part 2 ended up being, you know, the Z Future Saga, or the, you know, the history of Trunks. But I didn't think it was going to be that until this was one of the deciding factors for me, seeing this. So are they going to ultimately pay this off, or are they still going to loom this over our heads for yet another celebration? The other possible destination was going to be the Dokkan Festival 17-18 that happened for JP afterwards. Still didn't happen. So I don't know. This could be a good option for them to do. But personally speaking, I would rather they give us something a little bit more hype. And as you might have seen in my predictions, my guesses are going to be 13, 16, 17, 18, and the good 21. So we'll start with 13. Android 13 right here. This unit is desperately needed to meet EZA. This unit is just not good. This unit is a great support. Androids 30% support. Big bad boss connection, which is great. When you transform, which is kind of an annoying restriction, but when you do, this unit's just not that good. First of all, fighting Goku, I can tell you from firsthand experience, I tested this unit out extensively on like the legendary Goku event back when he first came out, and even then at 200% on the legendary Goku event, he was vastly disappointing. So he really needs a tune-up, and I think that an EZA would do wonders for him. He deserves to be good. I want to be able to use this guy well and not die every time I bring him. I don't want my Android 13 to have to be a full dodge build, you know? I want to change that. I don't want this guy to do that anymore. Now, the worldwide download part 2, 16, 17, 18 also I think would be a good pick here, because we no longer need to adhere to the worldwide download like celebration aura to justify these major EZAs. We've already broken the mold by having worldwide download units get EZAs outside of worldwide download. So why not continue that tradition, right? The last time we had that was the notable ones were the Cell and the Gohan, right? From the same celebration, in fact, that this unit came from. So just give it this, I mean, might as well give us this one. This is also an Android support, a pretty decent one. The potential for this unit post EZA is insane. This guy never gets to, I mean, you never use him. We just never see this guy in action. In fact, I don't even remember, how do you get him out here? How do you transform him? Exchange conditions, exchange with energy in 3 turns, can be activated in health is 66% or less. Another 2 androids on the team. Yeah, I mean, I never use this guy. It's not even because of this. It's just because the unit is so defensively liable that I wouldn't want to. So, you know, adding crazy damage reduction or adding some sort of like defensive maneuvering, I think would do wonders for this guy. Already has a dodge chance, so maybe go in the ways of damage reduction. That would make it a more complete defensive unit. And then when he transforms, or when they transform into this guy can just go crazy. Look at this. Key +6 attack and defense plus 200%. I'm sure at the time of release, this was a pretty groundbreaking build. And even now, this is still kind of respectable when you consider like some of the new units that release. So imagine this with an EZA. 300, 400%. I don't know. A person can dream, right? So then the last one that I think should receive an EZA should be the free-to-play Good 21. This is the last of the 3 fighters characters. I don't believe that there are any other crossover units that belong to fighters. I think it's just the 3. It's the STR Dokkan Festival 21, the Tech 16, and Good 21. As you can see, this unit is screaming for an EZA, key plus 250%. There's nothing in the passive. It's just a support type. You would never want to bring this unit under any circumstances. So an EZA would do wonders. I forgot to mention that the Android 21 that we've already had does fit 4 200% leader skills. So the 4 200% leader skills are going to be these 4 right here, and then of course the new one coming up, but also depends on how they're going to be naming the unit. The STR 21 is known as the Android 21 transformed. So are they going to be doing something where it is starting out as maybe the scientist version? Is she going to be a scientist, and then a couple turns in she transforms into the 21 transformed and then goes freaky? Or are they just going to have the transformed one just be the start, and then maybe, like, depending on the health restriction? This actually was kind of interesting to think about. Maybe they do like an either or, where she becomes either a good guy or a bad guy, depending on like it's kind of like the transformation boost lead Super Boo. Depending on how much health you have, the Super Boo will transform into either Buhan or Bootanks or Bukalo, right? Which I'm sure some people don't like, but if done right, maybe this could be the start of something fun. So maybe like if she's got very little health, she turns into the good one, and when she's dominating, she like gets caught up in her hubris and she turns into the evil freaky 21. And then the freaky version, I guess the transformed 21, I should say, who can then active skill into the freaky 21. That might be cool. And then in terms of like abilities, there would obviously be a ton of like regenerative stuff. She gets a ton of healing when she transforms. She disables guard. I think the main thing though is just the regen. She has regen here. She has metamorphosis. What is her base form in terms of regen? Oh, she doesn't have anything. Okay. So actually, I don't really know what they could do. This would kind of be like the establishing Dokkan Festival that really sets the tone for what Android 21s could be like. Because aside from this and the free-to-play one, there are no others. That's all we've got. Actually, let me pull up disambiguation here. This is all that we've got. Oh, we do have the normal 21. Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, so this is my prediction. So let me actually write that down here. Android 21 normal Dokkan Fest, and then I'm gonna put transforms into either good 21 or evil 21. If evil 21, then active skills into freaky evil 21. You don't get why she freaky. take a look at the animation when she transforms into the STR-21. She freaky. All right, so that's basically it. Those are my thoughts. Those are my predictions. In terms of timing, just a couple of days. So we will wait and see. In the meantime, let me know your thoughts. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the Android 21 Dokkan Festival coming up. Are you excited? Is this long overdue? Was there another Dokkan Festival that was more deserving of an announcement? Were you hoping for something else in particular? Let me know your thoughts on what the leader skill could be, some of the abilities could be, the EZAs, all that stuff and more in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you ladies know I'm going to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly.